What makes an artist an artist? We are about to explore that question as we visit a very talented self-taught artist. Her handmade dolls, made with recycled materials, tell whimsical stories. Let's visit Rebecca Miller Campbell in her West Liberty home.
I kind of think of my artwork as contemporary folk art. I'm self-taught. My folk art is made out of cloth and fabric, paint. It's very mixed media. Sometimes I sculpt dolls out of clay. The sentiment that I put in these dolls, I like to infuse them with joy, excitement, a childlike wonder. All the things that you love to do when you're a kid. I like them to be funny, a little bit naughty at times, maybe a little mischievous. And, you know, if I can work a pun in there, I like to do that. Well, I started out online. I made my dolls in my home, and, you know, after I started making my dolls, I kind of saw that I had a product. And I thought, I want to see what can happen with these. And so I put some dolls on eBay, and they just took off. People really liked them, they responded to them, and it kind of just became a thing. And I actually sold online before I ever did any type of public show. Well, I have dolls in about 41 states, and about 8 different places around the world. I have some dolls in Japan, Australia, Tel Aviv, Israel, France. You know, I can make a doll in my studio here, finish it, put it online, someone sees it in California, loves it. I take it to the post office, they get it in 2 days. It's just an amazing process, and a lot of people find that process inspiring. This is the sewing machine that I learned to sew on when I was 13. It was my stepmom's. She taught me how to sew, and when I left home, she sent it to me, and I've been sewing with it ever since. And I always pray that it doesn't break, because I don't know if I can sew on a new one. I understand that they're for adult art doll collectors, but over the years I've tried to gear some things more toward kids, because often I hear, don't touch, don't touch. And I hate that, because, you know, I know it's so hard for little kids, you know, not to touch the art, because the colors are so bright and they're fanciful, you know, and it delights a little kid's imagination. So I've started making smaller things that are a little more kid-friendly, that can take some wear and tear, and I enjoy having those in my art tent. A lot of people think the eyes are the best feature of the dolls, and they're definitely the aspect that has a lot of character, and they're the aspect that is consistent on every type of doll that I make. And I did that very deliberately in the beginning. I wanted people to be able to, if they saw a piece of artwork that was mine, I wanted them to be able to instantly recognize it. But the feature that I'm most proud of, I've never seen another doll maker needle sculpt the way that I needle sculpt a face. When you look at, for instance, the nose and the bottom lip, they're needle sculpted in a very specific way, and I've never seen that done before. And I've looked at quite a few doll artists, you know, I've been published in some national magazines, and I've just never seen anyone else do that. The biggest compliment is if they burst out laughing. To me, that's the thing that just makes my heart swell, because it means that they get the sentiment that I'm trying to infuse these dolls with. Oh, absolutely. I've sold a doll that I wish I had back. It was one of the first ones that I ever made, a little clown that, you know, if I'd known then what I know now, I would have definitely kept her. She's become the one that almost everybody wants. And she's kind of become the logo for my business. I use her little face on all my business cards, on all of my information. You know, I put her face out there. She's become my logo. I don't think I could ever make her again, and in fact I've tried, and it just doesn't work. Whatever magic happened with that first little clown I did, I just can't recapture it. And that's with any kind of art. That's why I make one-of-a-kind pieces. It's fun for me that every doll is new and different, and it's almost impossible to recreate something that you've already made. Early on, I decided, once I realized I had a product that that I'd made an item that was really valuable and sentimental, I decided to number and name each piece. And what I've done is, on my website, I have an online doll gallery, and you can see all the pieces I've made in this numbered, named collection from number 1 to 256, which I'm on right now. Okay, the best piece I've ever made. Probably the last piece that I made. You know, I always love the last piece that I've made the best.
Okay, do these dolls talk to you when you're making them?
Lots of people have asked me that. The dolls do not talk to me when I make them. My response is, if they do, I sew their little mouths shut.